Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Lungi. If you're new on here, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. You are really appreciated over here. Welcome to another episode of Tipsy Thursday. This is a second episode. I am very grateful to everybody that went on to the first episode and showed some love. We're gonna keep it going, okay? Okay, on today's episode, we're gonna be having a glass of red wine just to make sure that we are cool and calm and not nervous, okay? On today's episode, we're going to be talking about things that I wish I knew in my 20s, things that I wish somebody told me earlier in life. So if you're in your 20s and you're watching this video, congratulations to yourself, because you are ahead of your mates. So you've got these tips, they're going to help you make better choices maybe. One other thing I want to get out of the way is that I am not a life coach, I am not a professional advisor. I am just sharing these tips just because I feel like it may help somebody out there. So that's the main focus of having Tipsy Thursdays. We talk about issues that it can be helpful to someone as a sister or as a mother or so if you are in your 20s or you have a sister or you have a daughter that's in their 20s, please listen up. The first thing that I wish I knew earlier was that a man is not a ticket out of poverty. A man is not a ticket out of poverty. You need to get your own first. Make sure that you study, get your own money, and then maybe marry rich. Nobody is saying do not marry a rich man, but have your own first. Like, dream bigger. Have your own dreams that are not I'm not saying they should not include a man, but what I'm saying is dream your own dreams first, and then if you meet a man that's gonna maybe help you financially, that's like an add-on. But have your own dreams first that do not necessarily include a man that's gonna come and be a superman and rescue you out of that situation that you're seeing around you. Have your own dreams first, because honestly, this is like another topic for another day. Honestly, if you have your own money, then you have a voice. If you don't have anything and you depend on a man entirely, then you do not have a voice, and you do not want to find yourself in such a situation. So make sure that you have your own dreams first, and then if you have a man that's going to come and add on to those, that's a bonus. The second point I'm gonna share with you guys is I wish I knew in my 20s that it is not a time for you to settle down, like relationship wise. It is not a time for you to settle down at all. It is rather time for you to find yourself as a person. You should just be living your life. You should be traveling the world. You should be meeting new people. Meeting somebody to settle down with in your 20s should be the last thing in your mind. Your 20s are your prime time. That is the time that you have the most energy, that you have the most curiosity and stuff, that you have like the least fears. So why don't you just take that time to get to know yourself, get to know different cultures and everything. If you happen to meet the love of your life in your 20s, that's even great. We're not saying do not meet people or whatever, but it should be the time that you are not prioritizing dating and settling down, if you get what I mean. Live your life. If you are in your 20s, just live your life. It's the most funnest time to be alive. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is education. Okay, just straight after you pass that metric, do not take a gap year unless you don't have money to go further with your studies, or there's just like a very important reason. But I would really advise you not to take a gap year. Straight out of matric, go to tertiary or go to university. Just continue, get that degree, get that education locked, okay, before you do anything with your life. Chances are you're gonna pass your matric when you are 19. or 20 maybe, and then you get your degree after 3 years or 4 years, and then after that you can like look at living your life, and then maybe later in your 20s then you can think about, you should know your direction by then, but you already acquired your education and everything. And then if you think about settling down, then at least you do have your education, you know. So that is very important. I would say straight after your matric, get that degree. Because also sometimes you find that, okay, maybe you don't know what you want to study, or you don't have funds to study, like my situation. Then you start working. Once you start working, believe me, it gets very difficult for you to go back to school, because now you have seen money, you know how it feels like to have your own money. And then now you'll be thinking, oh my god, I must go back to school, and then that means I must be asking people for money, even though you can be working like on weekends or holidays or whatever. But it can never be the same as working full-time and getting all that money to yourself. So it can be a bit difficult to go back to studying full-time after you have taken a break or a gap year to start working. So my biggest advice would be, straight from high school, go and study, and then you can take a break later. The next point I'm going to share with you guys is that your past will blow up in your face. Like, your past will always backfire, okay? So whatever you're doing while you are out living wild in your 20s, and as I have just said now, just be careful, okay? Be careful, especially like nowadays there's the internet, and then the internet never forgets. So whatever you're doing, just think of the future you. Do you understand? Just make sure that you are very careful and you are living a decent life, even though you are in your 20s and living wild and carefree, okay? Because you don't want to find yourself in a situation whereby now you have settled down, you have a family, or you have like a beautiful career going well for you, and then boom, there's a skeleton from your past that comes and like destroys everything for you. Remember, the internet never forgets, so be careful. And yeah, just be careful. Kids, listen to your parents. Listen to your mom, listen to your dad, listen to your sister, your brother, your uncle, whoever's a grown-up person that is telling you, no, this is not how it's done. Listen to them, because clearly they've lived longer than you, so they know what they're talking about, and clearly they want what's best for you. So please listen to your mom and your dad and your sister, your uncle, whenever bekhuza baxelela uba suyenza, so just listen to them, because they mean well. They want what's best for you. They're not jealous of you because they didn't get to live the life that you're living or whatever. Just remove that from your mind. Nobody's jealous of you. They only want what's best for you. Sometimes they're seeing things that you do not see. So please just listen to them, listen to your grown-ups, and do as they say. This next point, I didn't even write it down. I just literally thought about it now. I want to talk about peer pressure. Peer pressure is real, especially in your 20s. Like, no matter how hard you can try to deny this, I know, like, from experience, peer pressure is there. You can think that, no, I'm smart, I know what I'm doing or whatever, but sometimes you can find yourself in a situation whereby it's like not easy to say no, or in a situation whereby like you want to be cool. Do you understand? Like, you want to be perceived as cool or whatever. There's a lot of situations whereby you can find yourself under pressure from your peers when you are in your 20s. So peer pressure is real. Just try to stick to your family values, and whatever your parents or whoever's raising you has taught you, stick to those values, because peer pressure is actually real, and like it can lead you to do things that you do not even recognize, things that you did not even see yourself doing, you know. Especially nowadays, there's like drugs, there's alcohol, there's so many things, but just try to not find yourself being pressured by your peers. And then the last point I'm going to talk about is goals, like relationship goals. There's no such thing as relationship goals. First of all, nobody's perfect. Certainly, there is no relationship that is perfect as well. It may seem perfect from where you are standing, but trust me, when you go inside and get all the details that are happening in that relationship, you will see that it is not perfect. The grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. So there is no relationship goals. Make your relationship your own relationship goals. Okay, so yeah, don't look at anything and glorify it without knowing what's really happening. So please, no relationship goals. Make your own relationship your relationship goals. We have reached the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you have not watched the first episode, it's up on my channel. Go ahead and show some love over there as well. To my new subscribers, welcome. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Also, let's talk on the comment section. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about on the next week's Tipsy Thursday video. Okay, otherwise, I love you so much, you guys. Thank you for your support. It's really appreciated. I'll see you guys on the next one.